What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Thursday, May 31st, 2018. And NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which is just nothing else than a theater troupe from the federal government, they have put on a dual ritual murder. So they murdered two of their actors just days apart. And we're going to see really quick how fast you can see how it's no coincidence how they were murdered by their employer, NASA. NASA is a Masonic, Zionist Jew, Jesuit entertainment. That's all it is. Big deception tool. So since it's from that gang, they practice gematria, they practice calling numbers behind words, because it's a form of Jewish mysticism. The Jewish Zionists run NASA. NASA, just using alphabetical order, ends the 14th, A is the first letter, S the 19th. You add them all together, you get 35. Reversing the alphabetical order, so now A is 26, Z is 1. You see how you add those all up together, you get 73. So 73, 35 are the two main numbers for NASA. And they love to lace them inside their propaganda. And they like to represent these numbers either as themselves, through reflections, or through numerical sequences, most commonly prime number relationships. So 149 is the 35th prime number. So 149 represents 35. And again, we have 73. So 35 and 73. Look at what they do. So on the main user interface of this propaganda software application, Wikipedia, Gareth Bale is also an actor for the federal government. Him, Alan Bean, Donald H. Peterson, Donald J. Trump, they're no different at all. Ted Dabney, Total Biscuit, they're all actors for the federal government. They're all murdered or going to be murdered or faked to death by this code. So recent deaths. And how I found this is I saw this. I just click on the recent deaths, do a decode on my blog or something. I noticed that he died. And then today I noticed that they showing him. And I'm like, what? These are two astronauts just here. So you already know this is not a coincidence. You know, two NASA employees dying together. Donald H. Peterson, born October 22nd, 1933, died May 27, 2018. Alan Bean, born March 15th, 1932, died May 26, 2018. And real quick, Scottish equals 32, Masonry equals 33. Scottish Rite Freemasonry is what NASA is. So, remember what we just started off with. NASA equals 35 and 73, right? These two numbers I told you to remember. Let's start with the 35. Donald H. Peterson, this actor, died 149 days from his birthday, from his upcoming birthday, his upcoming 85th birthday. You see that? 149 is the 35th prime. Alan Bean. When does he die? Alan Bean dies 73 days from his 86th birthday, but sacrifice 86. So do you see how they put 73 and 35? They're just lacing it right there from the birthdays. They're both dying together on Wikipedia at the end of May for the May Sun ritual. And see how neatly they laid it inside this propaganda. This is undeniable. It's not a coincidence by any stretch of the imagination. Not only do we get 35 and 73, they're both NASA actors in the news. News is a euphemism for federal government propaganda. You have to understand that. So, if you thought that wasn't enough, they both died by another number. Donald H. Peterson He was murdered 21 weeks and 2 days before his upcoming 85th birthday. See, 212, 21 weeks, 2 days. Now let's look at Alan Bean. He dies 2 months, 12 days from his 86th birthday. 212, 212. Then pairing the 35 against the 35th prime with the 73. Scottish 103, also 10 weeks, 3 days from Alan Bean's birthday, he dies. The Scottish Freemasons brand the propaganda, always putting numbers for Scottish Masonry inside their propaganda. And I found a good example of that because I was looking at 212 and NASA, finding out more exactly what that decoded. Of course, we have more things. Total solar eclipse of 212, August 14th. It's like they meant to put 2012 and left it as 212. They didn't mean to, guys. This is a brain fart, honestly. Either that or they're just putting the numerology in your face. This gang, they're always dropping, ignoring the zeros, because that's how they craft all this. So they're dropping, ignoring the zeros, just kind of didn't even think to type it in, left it here. Either that or they're doing this completely on purpose. But, see it here, total solar eclipse of 212. This is propaganda. This is their official propaganda software application. Anything .gov is official propaganda software from the federal government. That's why it's .gov. So you see they do it here. And I was looking at this, the 212-hour exposure of Orion. Courses of Orion. I just noted the name of the photographer, the Photoshop artist who helps them to craft their propaganda. Very well, this guy's not even a real person whatsoever. Stanislav Volsky. Stanislav Volsky. Volsky sums to 11332, like Scottish. See? Scottish Freemasons hiring Volsky, hiring, creating, however his origin came about. He's clearly an actor, a fictional character from the federal government. Stanislav Volsky. Stanislav Volsky then gives you 103, like Scottish, reversing and reducing. 23, the reflection of 32. 22, the master builder number. 59, like Freemasonry. See? They make sure to keep these numbers. Because these are the Freemasons, and even Stanislav, the 117, if you write out 45, the sum of Saturn's magic square, you get 117. Remember, on one of my videos, is there going to be some, comet or asteroid coming? They put in parentheses probably. No, it wasn't probably. Possibly. 117, 36, 99, 45. We have 63, reflection 36, 117, you wrote 45, get 126, 117, sun 27. Also, if you do full reduction, S the 19th letter. So 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. V is the 22nd letter. The master builder number, you don't need to reduce it. I mean, again, this shows you how important 22, the master builder number, is. They brand this actor with that number. So 1, 2, 2. Again, 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. V stays 22. Freemason, 1, 2, 2. And Francis Bacon, when you take into account the capital letter, which really is kind of like Saturn. You kind of always should. When you're talking about this gang, I mean, that's a proper noun. Nothing proper about them besides their propaganda and how it's carefully crafted, but so easy to see through. So this video is not going to be long at all. I just wanted to show you that example. That this is the video to show your friends. I mean, just use some logic. How could someone really sit there, look in the mirror, look at, see the reflection through the computer screen and say that's a coincidence? Like, that's beyond retarded. Like, and if you're new here, you're skeptical, just come on. It would honestly be one thing if this was another actor. It could have been, Gareth Bale. It's still, Sacrifice 73. So that's also why Sacrifice 73 is, it's still the pattern, but I would give you slack there. But I'm saying, like, You have to work with me here. He is a NASA actor. He is a NASA actor. They put the NASA, right there twice on both pictures for you to see. Make sure you know it's NASA. NASA sums to 3573. Alan Bean dies 73 days from his birthday. And again, prime number relationships. 149 is the 35th prime. So this gentleman, Donald H. Peterson, his name sums to 212, by the way, dying 21 weeks, 2 days from his birthday. But he dies 149 days from his birthday. 149 to 35th prime. I'm sorry for repeating that a lot for anyone who's been watching these videos routinely, but I had to drive, that's the whole point of this video. I had to drive that example home. This has to be one of the biggest examples ever, because they died days, literally a day apart from each other. One dying on the 27th, Sun 27. One dying on the 26th, Alan 26 dying on the 26th, Mason 26. And then they're both right here in Wikipedia propaganda. And then they both die by the same pattern. It cannot be any more perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's the most perfect piece of propaganda that I think Wikipedia's ever put in their face. This is literally us catching NASA red-handed. Unfortunately, this might be the time they want to take down my channel. I mean, I say it all the time when I expose these crazy things, but maybe they understand how dumb the goy. I mean, there's still so many people who will still see this and be like, I'm making things work because of the prime number relationship, or it's all coincidence. It blows my mind how someone could say that. Of course, born in 33. So before I close, there's more notes I had in them. Might as well go through them real quick. But I mean, you really need any more examples? Donald Herod Peterson, 212, Revelation 121, the reflection. Revelation also equals 149 when you reverse the alphabetical order. They're dying 149 days. They love to put the numbers of Revelation inside all their events, all their propaganda. That's something NASA does. Catholic 35, Thelema 35. I didn't even elaborate on that this video, because this video is really just trying to show you that very simple pattern and how it's completely undeniable. Why do you think I make these videos ad-free? Just try to put them out when I can. Because. And keep in mind then, Alan Bean dying 2 months, 11 days from his birthday. And then this actor also dying 221 weeks and 1 day, because this also includes the span. So again, this is a perfect example of the Freemasons making it work. They had to make sure to 2 and including to really get these numbers in. So you get the 211 and 212. 211, the 47 prime. Time equals 47. Time, Saturn, Freemasons, they're composite at 47 degrees. Government 47, official 4, so many things 47. Euclid's 47th problem about establishing a foundation. The tropics, which measure the the distances on the Earth, 23.5 degrees each way. Add that to itself, 47. And these are astronauts. I always talk about how NASA loves the number 47 in propaganda, and they both died the 47 prime from their birthdays. And they made it work. They didn't make it so one wasn't the span and one was, and you got like 210, which is 21, Saturn 21 or something. 213, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. 213. You see all the wiggle room this gang had, though? They could have made it, 213 instead of 212. Still fitting this, but of course they want to go for something more of that, and they wanted to get the 211 as well, 47 prime. 474, 470. It's very clear that they're Masonic, and they love to put on propaganda by the code. So yeah, I've been having problems with this. Always been a recurring problem with my blog posting, but sometimes it's just hard to post and save. It won't even do it, and you can try again and again, it won't. So I'll probably get this up at some point, but everything on this blog post I talked about, except for the date numerology, he died. He died Saturday on a Saturday. We're talking about Alan Bean, just an actor. Oh, real quick, why is he born and died in Texas? Why is the Lyndon B. Johnson Space Center in Texas, all these launchings from Texas, because you have to always understand everything goes back to this occult fascination that they have. Texas, Suns 269, 30, Saturn 6930, Moon 15, 51, Texas 15, so Saturn, Moon, Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, throughout 33, you get 66. 33, the number for the sky chart Freemasons, just 33 degrees. So do you see how they brand Texas with themselves and Saturnian moon numbers? And that's why they have these space launchings from Texas. I mean, that's why this research is undeniable, because these occult patterns they do is the same exact thing, and every last thing they do. So once you see a few examples, you understand what they're trying to say inside this propaganda all the time. So because of that, dying on the 26th, whoops, oh, that's April 26th. I was like, whoa. He dies on the 26th, Saturn 42, Saturn 69, Moon 51. See the date he died in Texas with the same pattern. And of course, I've already been showing Conspiracy 51, SpaceX putting out propaganda on May 10th that I called. Well, I call it to happen on May 1st, but you see why. Like May 1st, May 10th, 51, all the time with SpaceX, with NASA. Revelation 49, 31 the 11th prime, 11 the master number. And then the next day, the 27th, is when the other actor died. Masonic 43, Killing 43, Scottish 32, Government 52, 147th day, Freemason 147. And it's no surprise they would kill him on this day. Because you would think, seeing this 146th day, I'm not even saying this in hindsight, I'm serious. If I was making a video the day this happened, the May 26th killing, and saw this, I'll be like, oh, tomorrow's the 147th day, they're probably going to do something else, some other killing, some Freemason ritual. Freemason equals 147. Also, they, 218 days remaining, 21/8, like the eclipse. Might as well see how long he died from the eclipse. Both of these actors. I've been seeing a lot of things when they do it from the upcoming anniversary. I've just seen so many things. I want to be consistent, and keep 21/8, 2018. Start with Alan Bean. 12 weeks and 3 days. 1, 2, 3. The number for conspiracy. See? Inside NASA propaganda. I just got over explaining this pattern. Conspiracy 1, 2, 3, 51, 47. The next guy, Donald Peterson, dying on the 147th day of the year. It's also why. Conspiracy, Freemason. They love that pattern. 1, 2, 3, 51. Freemason 147, 51. Reduce S1s. Very clear patterns inside NASA's propaganda. And we see that also 2 months, 26 days. If you write up 226, you get 93. 226, 93, 96, Freemason 96, Saturn 93, 96, Saturn 93, all in the English ordinal. 2 important numbers. You see this. So we get the numbers for Saturn, for Freemason, for conspiracy, all when this NASA actor dying from the upcoming anniversary of the eclipse. Because this stuff is scripted well in advance. Well in advance. I gotta answer this text. It'll take me like a couple seconds, but I'm gonna do it while I'm still going through this propaganda. Because I gotta also point out, look at this time-flavored stuff they're doing. Alan Bean dying 2 months, 27 days from the eclipse. 227 is the 49th prime. 49 is the number for Revelation. As we already saw, they like to put numbers for Revelation inside their propaganda. 88 days. 88 connecting back to time. Think about Back to the Future with the 88 miles per hour. It's 4 circles. Geometric number. So now we're going to do the 27th and see. This is from Donald Peterson's birthday. So Donald Peterson, murdered at 84, Masonry, Zionism, Jesuit, dying 86 days from the eclipse. Blood sacrifice equals 86. He was blood sacrifice for the eclipse. Who else died at 86? Alan Bean. So do you understand how they're putting numbers for blood sacrifice in both those men, the same number, and it is the same thing no matter what type of propaganda you see from the federal government. It can be on the news. It can be anywhere. They're controlled by them. 12 weeks, 2 days, 1, 2, 2. And then, of course, then from the eclipse, they both died the same numbers. Because counting the end date now, we just talked about all these with Alan Bean. If you're confused at all, it's because it's the same numbers for both men the entire time. If you're like, oh, who are we talking about? 27th is the day Donald Peterson dies. The 26th is the day Alan Bean dies. But counting the end date for Donald Peterson is the 226-123 that we're just talking about. So it's very clear that they're both ritualistically sacrificed for the eclipse, for Saturn, the keeper of time, for some other occult bullshit that the federal government's into. Just real quick, we'll finish off with just NASA showing you them. You click on their employer right here. Freemasonry 58, founded in 58. They're 59 years old. Freemasonry equals 58, 59. They put on another grand ritual before they turn 60. I said it so many times. You're going to honor this a lot until they turn 60 because you got to do a lot of propaganda while you're 59, born in 58. That's why Kevin Spacey was doing it. So many of these actors were participating in extra propaganda when they're 59, born in 58, or 58, born in 59. So if you're new here, if you're not from America, I'm not kidding when I say that NASA is, do you see this? This is what we've been talking about. This is the federal government of the United States. It literally says. So we saw how they clearly murdered those men by the code, or made them fake their deaths by the code 3573. And the jurisdiction is this occult, phoenix within the circle. See the Zionist Jew, Star of David right here. 13 stripes. You see it? It's occult bullshit that they're putting on. The Star of David is just 2 triangles. 3, 3, 33. Their annual budget is $20.7 billion, Sun 27. You see how the federal government is giving them their revenue. They're stealing your money, extorting you, giving it to this theater troupe who puts on nothing else than a bunch of bullshit propaganda. Again, one of them died on a Saturday. Alan Bean dying on a Saturday. I keep saying Bean. I wonder what that sums to. 86, dying at 86 years old. See? Blood sacrifice 86, symbol 8623. 22 the master builder number, and of course 13. See, I don't want to make this video too long just because I think it's packed full of so much information and it's such a clear pattern. I don't want to scare anyone away with like a 40-minute video length. But there's something I wanted to see. There was a little joke they put inside here. I just wanted to show you guys. Look at their time directives. So right here is more clear evidence without the numbers how this is nothing else than propaganda software from NASA. Launch satellite, done. Launch man into space, done. Land man on moon, done. No, the moon landing was clearly fake pieces of propaganda. You can look at the video and see all the little tricks they're doing, all the camera tricks. So many people have exposed it. So we all know how it's factual proof, factual information, how the moon landing was fake as fuck. But then they're saying done right here. So this is clearly fake news propaganda from the federal government. That's why I always break it down like this, because I say it all the time. It's all propaganda from the federal government, but someone's like, "Oh, you're just saying that." No, it's not. Stop saying that. But then that's why I break it down. We see how NASA is run by them. We see how they're putting lies inside this piece of propaganda. We see how then you apply the gematria, the numerology, NASA 3573, 149 to 35th prime, killing one of their actors 149 days from his birthday, the other one 73 days from his birthday. Put the two close together on Wikipedia front page, days apart. NASA's budget from 1958 to 2012. 212. Again, guys, they love the number 212. That's what I'm trying to get at. Could it just be them representing the master building number 22? One is just the little divider in the middle. It could be that. It could be something more deep. I apologize I don't have the knowledge in that number, but something that they love to be coding as well. So if you want more homework, this is easy homework. Just literally apply what I applied on NASA's propaganda, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And here's example one. And this is what I'm saying. What if you're doing your homework night? You're like, okay, he's doing this date numerology. Let me see the date they were founded. It has to have numerology matching up with what he was saying. So you go to date durations, and you can do this inside Gematrinator, and then you see they're founded July 29th, 1958. Doing some more research, you'll find out that Masonic equals 29, Freemasonry equals 58, but just put in the date, July 29th. And again, this is from the federal government of the United States. I did not make that up. This is literally them, which is, guys, if you're in England, Germany, France, this is your federal government putting on this propaganda. You see how they're founded on a date with 11359 numerology, Scottish Rite 113, Freemasonry 59. Oh, excuse me, Scottish 113, not Scottish Rite. But they do put those numbers for Scottish Rite all in their propaganda too. Scottish 113, founded with 113 numerology, Freemasonry 59. Right now they're 59, putting on all these rituals. If you want, for those who want to see, Scottish Rite equals these numbers. You see them a lot. 3.14159, that's pi. Donald Trump equals 159. Jesuit 78. New World Order 75. Scottish Rite Freemasons are the New World Order, and all they do is put on propaganda by the code. So that's example one you could have done. And see how this is all by numbers nonsense. USA 41, that's the 13th prime. So you see they have the 13th prime right here. They have the 17th prime right here, 59. 36, 360, like a circle. 95, the reflection of 59. Revelation 49. So everything I've been talking about is inside this. Revelation 49, Master 76. 31, the 11th prime. 11 is the master number. And then you can do, the new agency. There was a play they put on, and they made the new agency became operational on October 1st, 11. See, 11, I was just saying, they're founded date with 31 numerology, the 11th prime. 11 is the master number. Master equals 76, founded date with 76 numerology. They're a bunch of master masons. And then founded on 1-1. Master Mason equals 159, like Scottish Rite. Why do you think that? United States, 157, like Master Masons, but anyway. And 167. See, United States run by the Master Masons. Not a coincidence. It's the same as Gematria. Because the United States is nothing else than a propaganda war empire filled with a bunch of gullible fools who love all the Freemasonic crap put around. Run by the Freemasons, the Master Masons. Scottish Rite 159. So we're saying 11 is the master number. 1-1, the master number is becoming operational. So we can see this date numerology. And I put this I'll have to fix my blog and get this link back working, but it's there. And you can just ask me. I'll send you a link to this calculator if you want to use this, but you can see it here. Space equals 91. So on a date with 91 days remaining, they opened their offices, which just means the theater troupe started to put up more propaganda branded with them. That's when all of their propaganda really started. Space 91, date with 91 days remaining. Jewish 34, date with 11 numerology, 88 connected with the time, Jewish 8834, that's all NASA is. Saturn 69, 79 the 22nd prime, 22 the master builder number, so they have 2211 right here. Again, Freemasonry equals 58, Secret Society 58, Annual Eclipse 58. See, Annual Eclipse, United States 58. In God We Trust 58. Secret Society 58. Freemasonry 58. Rosicrucian 58, which is, you know, their name for their Rose Cross. That's like the, you know, English way of it. Rose Cross 58. Reversing that up order and reduce. Plenty more things 58 to this gang. Found in 58. You know, giving you nonsense by the code. Of course, Scottish 32, Rose Cross 131, the 32nd prime, Agenda 32. So I don't think we saw the date, July 29th, 1958. We didn't see which day of the year it was, but we've already seen other videos. The 210th day of the year, Jesuit 21, Saturn 21, with 155 days remaining. Freemasons equals 155. Freemasons, 155. So 155 days remaining, the Freemasons are giving you that type of propaganda. The Freemasons equals 58, by the way. You see how they love to litter these numbers everywhere. So there, and there's dozens of dates throughout this propaganda, dozens. And just if you want like an assignment, you don't have to, you have to give it back to me. You don't have to show me what you found, but if you want to apply some things, some structure, find all the dates, month, day, year, and do the date numerology and see how it's the same. Or you just look for the propaganda. I just saw 135 somewhere. Look, 135 missions, the key of David 135. They always like to do things with numbers 135 inside their propaganda. I think a lot of these are notes, but 19.3 billion. 19.3 billion, 193, the 44th prime, space 44. But not this particular page, but so many things I've seen from them, 135, some of the old videos are taken down. But Revelation, the key of David, we've already seen that pattern. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish I can go on more, but might as well keep it short and sweet with this. I got really tempted to go on CNN's homepage and just see another example, because I know some people will love to see a bit more, because if you don't, you can always just stop the video. Guess you don't have to keep watching. But I mean, look at this shit. Pivotal moment for U.S.-North Korea talks. What day is this? Day with 47 numerology, 54 numerology, Sun 54, Shrunk 47, 151 to 36 prime, 151st day of the year. Pivotal moment. And to see how it's in quotes here, it's going to be in Gematria. So this is all, we're still looking at NASA's propaganda, by the way. We haven't gone anywhere. There's still propaganda from NASA. It's all the same. If you go on London, England's, if you go on The Sun, Daily Mail, it's all propaganda from the federal government. Pivotal moment, 58. So This is a very good lesson for anyone new, anyone who's just trying to understand this. We were just talking about how all those things sum to 58. Freemasonry, the Freemasons, Rosicrucian, United States, all that things. So then we go on the front page, the main user interface of this propaganda software application from the federal government, CNN, and look what they have right here. Pivotal moment, just quoted, and it sums to 58 and 68. The Freemason 68, Pillar 68. V is the 22nd letter, the master builder number. You don't need to reduce it, so you can do full reduction KV and see what it sums to. Master 76, Freemasonry 67, reflection. Blood sacrifice 76, 86, reflection 68. I just hope no one's confused. Justin Trudeau says retaliation against the U.S. is necessary. And this minute 6 video, prophecy equals 106. Justin Trudeau giving us his false prophecy today. And now I want to see from Christmas, from today, from the past Christmas, because that's his birthday. I always like to do it when he's inside some propaganda. 139 days. Oh my God. Freemasonry equals 139. 58. This is such a good lesson. It's just amazing how my lessons always work out so well. And what's the secret? You just keep decoding the propaganda because it's all the same exact pattern. And all of the pieces, doesn't matter from Wikipedia, doesn't matter from Snopes, doesn't matter from what it's from. You click on this, update at 9:29. So wherever the time it is, it's something 29, Trump 29. That's why I see the minutes always matter. Trump 29, 929, false 9229. This is false Jew propaganda. So Freemasonry equals 139. And 139 days from Justin Trudeau's birthday is coming out. Also 4 months, 19 days, 490, 81st prime. That's a span of 4 months, 20 days. Wait. Yeah. No. That's not correct. It wasn't 139. I messed up. Thank God I caught that, though. Thank God I caught that. Okay. We're going to take what they give us, I don't make things work. And then this is from 2017. From his upcoming birthday, 208 days. 157 days. The 37 prime. 20. Oh, okay. So when we correct it, it's 22 weeks and 3 days. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you make. So December 25th, Justin Trudeau's birthday, to him coming on this propaganda, 223. I mean, come on, it's the same exact shit. Masonic 223 in Jewish Gematria. The Synagogue of Satan 223. Masonic 223. The Synagogue of Satan 223. This is why I love making mistakes. Because you can say, how am I making shit work? Yes, it wasn't 139, but I mean, come on, it's the same. It's their same branding. It's even a stronger brand because they love 223. Oh my goodness. In 157, the 37 prime, Revelation 3:7. Probably playing more with that. United States 157. That's why he's, retaliation against the U.S. United States 157. 157 days from his birthday, he's now participating in their propaganda. Unfortunately for me, this video is nearing 40 minutes, but, more information. And I'm not going to be able to make video for probably another week because I'll be out of town. So I guess it makes up for that. Don't worry, I love making long videos and love talking about this, but just, I try to appeal to everyone. I know it's not a big deal at all, but, those couple people Or just like, oh, it's 40, you know, you see a 40-minute video. Like, I don't do this, but I can see it. Or if you're really pressed for time, I can see it. Like, you're like, oh, I'll watch it later. But it's like, oh, you could have watched the first 3 minutes of this video, 5 minutes. You've already seen the whole thing. The Key of David 213, Prophecy 29. So yeah, that's the only reason why I like shorter videos. Are more accessible, but in reality, it doesn't matter. Everyone likes them. That's what matters. It's all relevant information. That's what matters. And I'm exposing the Zionist Jew gang. That's what matters. I mean, NASA completely exposed himself today with his propaganda. Unbelievable. And then 223 from Justin Trudeau's birthday, participating in some propaganda. All we do is talk about 58. They put 58 right here. Mexico EU vow to, let's went to 435. Catholic 35, Felina 35. They love to update Donald Trump's propaganda at 435. Mexico equals 33. And Mexican. See? And if you wrote 33, you get 156. So then the minute 56 video about Mexico. That's why I clicked this piece of propaganda. That's why I said Mexico equals 33 in Mexican. That's the number of the code for Mexico all the time. So what do we do then? In the video, we get 156. This is such coded propaganda. That's why I'm saying, why am I always predicting, you know, what numbers are going to show, or what patterns? I'm not predicting shit. Guys, this is Masonic propaganda. This is how it is. This is how it always is. How it always will be. So it will not be anything anyway different. If they're talking about Mexico, they're going to put the numbers 33. There's just, I'll have to do a video on it because I made one, but it's about something. I was like, okay, I can't get my channel taken down because it involves some victims. But once I get one of the strikes taken off, I'll put it up and hopefully don't strike that one. But I'll just find the piece again where it shows this lady holding 2 signs with a 3 on them. This Mexican, you know, actor, 3 and a 3 inside their propaganda. 33, 156. I mean, I hope so. If you stayed this long, thank you. And this is why I keep going. Like, because I just know I go through one example in Wikipedia, show how they all died, and I want to go through more propaganda so you can see the ongoing pattern. You can see how I am thinking, and I will say things and click on them, and you see how it's all matching up. That's why I do this. I mean, that's how I learn well, so I think other people learn that way too. 949, Revelation 49, initializing this piece of propaganda at 949. I can't get over this. You know, 156, it's just so clear. So, I mean, how does the world not understand this? That's why I make these videos. People need to know. The 64 prime, 311. You know, and why is the 64 prime like South Korea? That's something for us to understand. You know, South Korea or kill 64, still got Satan 64. Are they foreshadowing something negative for South Korea on this? You know, I'll admit, I'm surprised they don't have 553 or something 53, North Korea 53. But, you know, what they put in our face is what they put in our face. I just expose it the best I can. So I think what we can safely end with there, I mean, minute 56 video about Mexico 33, about 33, 156. Trump is starting a global trade war. No, he's not. No, he is not. And you have to understand, why are they saying this? Trade equals 48, like Mr. Wall, 48, Donald Trump, 48. That's what I'm saying. So another way to think about this too. I've been teaching, not just me, everyone in this community has been teaching how Donald Trump, his name equals 48, and it's all about the wall. We all understand this, 48. So that's why I say all the things with 48, they will match them up to Donald Trump's propaganda skits, the fake news he participates in. So we have the wall. Now we have the trade, you know, trade situation, trade war. And why a war? War 42, like Saturn, like Freemason. War 42, 1521, and 93. And that's why. That's literally why. 42, 21, 15, 93. Saturn, or 39, Saturn 93 to reflection, Saturn 42, Saturn 21, Moon 15, 21. And what are all these wars? They're all Saturn moon rituals, all by the numbers, all throughout history. All from the Freemasons. Freemason, 42. Zionism, 42. Jesuit, 42. The Jesuit order, the Catholic Church, all about wars. Again, Jesuit, 84. Who died at 84 years old? Not Alan Bean, but the other one. Donald H. Peterson. Masonry, 84. You know, dying at 84. This video is so good. I say it all the time, but it's not like, oh my God, look at how I'm exposing it. Look how cool I can look at all this and look how smart. No, it's none of that at all. It is, every time I'm like this, I'm just always grateful for the examples. Not grateful that they're doing this, but grateful for having these clearly coded federal government examples to show the world, to show all y'all. Because I love y'all a lot. Y'all are really great, amazing. I really like interacting with you, and I love teaching this. And they make it very easy for me. You know, Donald Trump, the 44th person to be president, and some propaganda updated at 5:44 p.m. You know, kill 44. Donald Trump, the 44th king of Israel, starting a global trade war. And I just wonder what global trade war sums to, because I want to get those numbers in my head. And then that's what you see with that. You might see more in the pattern. 139, 58. I mean, come on. 86. Well, sacrifice 86. 239, the 52nd prime. Torah 239. Government 52. Prophecy 52. The federal government putting on this propaganda. Global trade war equals 139, 58. Your federal government is Freemasonry. 139, 58. See? That's why they use the term global. They don't use worldwide or anything. They use global trade war to give you their branding. They're branding their propaganda right here. Yeah, number for the Freemasons, 33. Again, about Mexico, about 33, 156. So, UK publishers list of pitiful excuses for not hiring women. Just because I saw it, I have to decode it, but then when I close this video, pitiful. See? Freemason, 9642, Saturn 93, Masonry 39. It's their same numbers. We've talked about all these numbers this video. Saturn, Masonry, Freemason, pitiful. See? War 42, female 42. I wish I said this earlier too, but I've already showed you on those patterns. The female number, they have that there. It's another clear pattern. UK publishes list of pitiful excuses for not hiring women. I've already documented so many times that they use the number 42 to represent female all the time. Female equals 42. Lady equals 42. Bitch equals 42. So then they give us pitiful 42 and that female flavored propaganda that they're putting in our face right here. "44 African countries sign free trade agreement." Other 44. Black people 44. Obama, the 44th person to be president. Or no, he was the 43rd person to be president. The 44th president. I'm just so sick of explaining this pattern. I'm sorry. And for anyone here, I don't mean that against you in any way. Just watch my videos. All they do is code 44 black people all up and down this propaganda. And here we have it right here again. If you've been following my videos, this pattern you should definitely know. I mean, they literally do this all the time. Donald Glover's "This is America," 4 minutes, 4 seconds long. There's so many more examples I'm missing because I always just mention Obama and that. But those are the ones on the top of my head. Mark Zuckerberg and some propaganda, 226 video. Right out 226, you get 93. Thelema, 64, Israel 64, on number 93. He's an Israeli actor, always participating in Israeli propaganda with the Israel numbers. He is a false Jew from Revelations, what Mark Zuckerberg is. And then the 226 video. Unbelievable. It's attorney numbers with the Israel person. Yeah, he's not from Israel in the narrative, but fuck the narrative. He's an actor for the Israeli government because this is the Israeli government's propaganda. This, Wikipedia, Fox News, all of it. Look at this. The sun right here. Red and blue pills are from Masonry. This is bullshit. Air India sitting here in some propaganda. And they have this big sun right here with the big red glow. See the Photoshop work they do to get their occult shit on, to get off to this occult nonsense inside this propaganda. 222, as above, so below. Order out of chaos, 222. Who's on the reverse of this bill? Andrew Jackson, the actor for the federal government, the theatrical stage performer who did nothing else than to deceive you by the code. That's all he did. Take orders from the Zionist Jews. Deutsche Bank, this is a Zionist Jew entity. D is the fourth letter, B is the second, 42, right there. Sears, a Zionist Jew entity, right there. Everything Deutsche Bank does is propaganda from the federal government. Everything Sears does is propaganda from the federal government. 50 minutes. Okay, I'm closing the video. Just one last look at today's state numerology. If you want to read more of the news, stuff from the propaganda media. Peace out.